Hi everyone, this is Siddharth, and I'm making this video, a short one probably, because I feel it's important that we guys talk about something called as depression. So, guys, depression, according to me, is a feeling of hopelessness, vulnerability, which you normally face once you fail at something. So, we all will agree on the fact that depression is definitely not a nice or a good feeling, it's a bad one, to be honest. So, how do we really overcome this feeling? So, there are some points from my end which I would like to put. If you have some additional point, if you have any situations which you would like to discuss, if anything which you want to say, anything which you want to talk about in the comment section below, please leave your comments. So, what I feel should be done, which should be the first thing which you should be doing when you're facing depression or when you're going through the depression, is you need to talk. That's what we are doing today, right? You need to talk. You need to talk to the right person. The right person can be your family member, your parents, of course, and it may be your siblings if you are lucky enough to be blessed with any, or they may be the right friends. Now, when I say right friends, you have to choose very carefully. You have to pick the ones you know care for you and not the ones you know are just being curious about you. Talk to them. Even if the discussion or you're talking to them is inconclusive, still, once you talk to them, once you open up, you will feel lighter. I normally don't like to hear lectures after I discuss things with my friends or family, and obviously they know these things, so they don't really end up giving me a lecture. Most of the time, it's just that they are listening to me, and the conversation is most of the time one-sided. That's I'm speaking, speaking, speaking. Mostly ends with a hug or a two. That's it, and that's all is needed to me because they know me. Sometimes I even talk to myself because I feel self motivation is equally important. Guys, you have to motivate yourself. If there is anyone who knows you in and out and will listen to you without any judgments, that's you. So just talk to yourself, and try to find a situation, try to find a solution. So sorry, try to find a solution. Right? Okay, so first thing to do is to talk. Now, talking to the right person, anyone from your family, friends, yourself, anyone, but talk to them. What should be the next step? Now, once you talk to them, you are trying to convert the negative energy which was earlier surrounding you to positive energy now. As the law of physics says, negative attracts positive. So, definitely now you are being surrounded slowly and steadily by some positive energy. You have got to direct this positive energy in the right direction now. What to do? Firstly, you have to re energize. Like, thinking about the depressing situation has definitely drained you out. So, you got to re energize. How? Well, that's again depends upon you. If you ask me, I normally sleep. Yeah, that really helps me. But some people like to have coffee, some might watch movies or maybe sitcoms of their own choice. They might want to go out on a dinner or shopping. Guys, do whatever which you feel will re energize you. But always remember, an eye for an eye is not the solution. Hurting someone, hurting anyone in any way, harming anyone in any way will definitely not improve your situation. So don't do that. Work on yourself, know yourself, and take the right decision, which will try to take you out of that depressing situation, which will re energize you. Once you are over it, once you are over that particular situation, what to do next? If you think that you were in the situation because you were a failure, Guys, mind you, you were not a failure if you learned something out of it. If you have a learning which you got from that situation which you might term as a failure, you are not really a failure. You are a failure when you have learned nothing out of that situation. Well, if you have learned something, if you have learned a way of not doing something, even that is learning. So next thing which you have got to do is you have to channelize your newly found positive energy into the right direction. Just getting out of the depressing situation is not the solution. You have to channelize it in the right direction. You have to focus on your goals. And when you have all these positive energy channelized in a particular way and focused in the right direction, you are more likely to achieve your goals, which will actually bring you totally out of that depressing situation in which you earlier were. Having said that, another point of view maybe which I would like to add. I read it somewhere online. It says that if you're sad or if you're depressed, think about and ask one thing to yourself. I told you, helping yourself always helps. I'm sorry, talking to yourself always helps. So ask yourself a question. Can you do something to improve the situation? If the answer is yes, then do it, guys. And if the answer is no, it is beyond your control, then leave it. Because something which is not in your control, you can't just hold it and just keep crying over it. Just leave it, because you can't do anything about it. And if you can do something to improve the situation, do it. Either ways, it will help you to get out of the depression. But sitting at the same place, holding that thing, crying over it will not. No. And the last thing which I want to talk about today. Guys, as we all know already, it's just a phase, it's gonna pass. But when it's gone, you will be a better person than what you were earlier. You will be an improved version of yourself. Don't take any decision, don't take any action which is not correct. There are people who love you. There are people who care for you. There are people who trust you. And of course, there are people who want you, who need you. So please, do the right thing, get out of the situation which is not cool, and then it's, as they say, sky's the limit for you. Thank you so much for listening to me. It was not scripted one, so maybe you will feel that I was thinking and speaking, and that's true as well. I don't really like to stick to scripts and stuff like that. Maybe I might have missed a point or two. So if you have any point to add, please add it in the comment section, and I would be very happy to read your reviews. Thank you once again.